Yeah, good.
FloTrack here with Coach Bucknam. Congratulations on a crazy career, illustrious career.
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about, the biggest moments in your career, right? As you look back, what is one moment where you're like, dang, that was really, really cool?
Boy, you put me on the spot. We've had a lot of great teams, whether it was at University of Northern Iowa and then, of course, at Arkansas. I don't know, man. I don't think there's one particular incident. It's just others collectively. I just loved how our guys competed, how we competed for championships. We always thought, our staff and our athletes always thought the trophy meets were the most important ones, and so I just love the team aspect of everything. Just even in the last couple of years, some really tight SEC championships, stick out. It's hard to pinpoint one. There's been so many of them.
Yeah, for sure. And as you look back on the years, right, what kind of advice would you give a younger you? As you look back and you have this whole celebrated career, what would you tell a younger version of yourself?
Probably have a little more empathy, a little bit more understanding. Love the athletes a little bit more. I think I did a good job from day one back in 1980. But as I look back, I would probably just I tell my daughter all the time. I go, just love your kids up every day. We're a university. It's about teaching and understand what all these kids are going through, and so. We all want to win, and we all get excited about winning, and when you don't win, it's a disappointment and everything. I think that would be the main thing, would be just have a little bit more empathy for these young kids and realize that they're giving them their all, and it's not just about the points. And I think I've done a good job with that over the last 20 years, but my younger self at the very beginning, kind of wish maybe I was a little kinder, a little bit more empathetic.
45-year career, right? And we talk about advice you would give yourself, but it's an ever-changing landscape in the NCAA. Things are constantly changing. So what advice would you give to coaches currently that are going through a lot of different changes in a lot of different ways, that problems that they're going to have to approach over the next 5, 10, 15 years?
Well, things exponentially changed, I think, on July 1st when we went into the revenue share, really affecting the Power 4 conferences, but it all trickles down, to the mid-majors as well. And that is just give it a little bit of time, give it a year or two. Let the ADs kind of try to figure it out on how we can make sure that our sport survives and, we end up thriving. So this is a real tumultuous time, and we just kind of have to be patient and understand that, let things work itself out. I think I kind of forgot the question too. What was it?
I think you answered it in terms of how coaches need to continue to coach and adapt, and what lessons they need to learn.
Yeah, and so that for sure. Number one is be understanding of your boss and what they're going through, and that they're not trying to hurt anybody. But as we all know, football raises all the boats in the harbor, and that's what's getting a lot of attention right now, and we benefited from that. Let them figure it out. I think number two is we got to look at some ways that we can contract the sport a little bit and save some money and make things easier on ourselves. And so I think I mentioned it in the track and field article recently in an interview, and that is contraction's not a bad thing. We need to shorten our seasons a little bit. We need to spend a little less money because there's not as much of that as there used to be. So I don't know, go into depth with a lot of different things, but I think we need to look at contracting our meets, contracting our seasons, being more consistent. I go back to the 20-hour rule that hit a bunch of years ago. Everybody thought it was the end of the Olympic sport movement, and it ended up making us better coaches. And so think ultimately this could end up making the sport better, but we have to really be creative, and we have to do things that are going to help us help the athletic directors.
Tomorrow, or sorry, I guess it's only Thursday still, but on Saturday will be your last NCAA Cross Country Championship as a coach. You know, what are you looking forward to the most, right? As we kind of bridge the negative to the positive, you know, what are you looking forward to the most about Saturday?
I'm looking forward to this team competing. You know, I got asked a question the other day, this is your last meet, what's going through your mind? The only thing that's going through my mind right now is to get this team as high a place finish as possible. So I'm dialed in on the itinerary and going through scenarios of, you know, the weather and all those types of things, and really focus in on this team. We've got a great group of guys, and just focus in on a great competitive effort. That's what I've always focused on. That's what my staff has always focused on. So I think that's where my mind is at right now. This is obviously I'm going to miss all this and my colleagues, but after tonight it's going to be about 10:10 in the morning on Friday morning, and we got a lot of work to do if we're going to be a top 20 team. I'm excited about Doug Case taking over our program. We have an unbelievable indoor track team. I think our track team's really good. We host the NCAA Championship in March. You guys will be there, so a lot to look forward to. We got a lot of great talent, and just looking forward to a great, hoping my guys have a great experience Saturday morning.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Really appreciate your time. Best of luck this weekend, and congratulations on a great week.
Hey, thanks so much. Appreciate all you guys do.
Thank you.